Hey everyone! Final Fantasy Day! Panic got ourselves a taxi soon. Or quickly. But anyway, I'm going to start with doing some DREX with Nethos in a bit. And then we'll do some dailies before we go into our last week of m3s. But let's bring Final Fantasy up in the meantime. And yes, no, you are correct. That thing would make me... I hate the cast time being greater than the recast time for Black Mage. I still hate that. Also, you're correct. I'm sorry. The classes that have the different recast times are Dancer, Machinist... Say again?
Monk has a couple. Longer than normal.
It's got 6-sided star, which is basically just 2, I think, and that's it.
Ant-Man.
I thought they got rid of an Ant-Man.
Oh, did they? Okay, then it's just
yeah, they deleted it because that was a you sit there and charge it.
Mm-hmm.
It was
specifically for slap it right before.
Yes, my calibration outline was indeed on, Leo. Thank you.
Or something like that.
Also, hey, Zinnia as well. Oh, also, I don't have a keyboard. Having a keyboard would help.
And yeah, Machinist is the other one off the top of my head with a faster recast.
And, Reaper. Technically Ninja Mudras.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Those are on GCD now.
They've been on GCD for over an expansion now.
I know.
2 expansions now, almost.
But I haven't touched Ninja very much because it was unplayable.
Right, but you touched Ninja
when it
after
changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're making Endwalker progress. Nice.
Played it for
How
2
far
months
are you, Leo?
When I had previously played it and was introduced to it for longer. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I should go get that map after this. And tomorrow is when I'm going to probably do the new alliance for the upgrade component. The first moon trial. Ah, okay. Wait.
I also don't
Post-game moon trial,
I don't like that because of the way Black Mage spells work. You always want to be triple casting your Fire Force.
Oh, okay, now I understand where you are. Got it, got it.
When you really would rather triple cast for mobility. Having said that, no, at this point, there's nothing else you'd be using triple cast for anyway. Everything else is almost free.
Look, using it for the DPS game because of the faster cast time versus recast time was one of the things that always bothered me for triple cast. Because it was it should have always been hey, here's to give you your 6 seconds of mobility button.
Mm-hmm. It's much more lenient now that it has charges. But you still want them all to be on Fire 4.
Is Fire 4 your only longer cast time spell now?
For single target, yes.
I meant I meant overall.
In general, Fire 4, Flare Star, and Flare.
Okay, Flare Star is single target.
Flare Star is...
If it is part of your single target
either.
If it is part of your single target rotation, it is single target. If it is do X damage to main target and then drop off, it is single target.
Yeah.
I don't care if it splashes.
Flare Star and Flare.
I thought Flare... Didn't they change Flare's recast time?
Flare is now the same cast time as Flare Star, which is 3 seconds.
Oh, geez, was it longer?
It was 4.
Oh, yeah. I don't like that.
However, in doing so, they have once again made High Fire 2 a useless spell. You just Flare spam.
They've never figured out how the fuck to get your AoE spells to work properly, have they?
At low level, before you have Umbral Hearts, you have to use them.
Well, yeah, because you don't have Flare also.
You have... Oh, yeah, at very low level, yeah.
Isn't Flare your level 50?
Flare is our level 50. But you don't get Umbral Hearts until, like, I want to say 70?
I don't know, you're on the class now. Look at your passives. I'd swap, but if I do, it's going to make the thing pop at an inopportune time.
They moved it to 58.
That's what I thought, because they also moved, like, your Smitty ice thing.
So High Fire 2 and High Blizzard 2 you get at level 82 and you will never use them. Well, you'll use Blizzard. You have to use Blizzard now. But...
Do you? You can't use Freeze?
Freeze does not give you mana. Blizzard 2 does.
What does Freeze do?
Freeze grants Umbral Hearts.
Humor me. Empty your mana and then use Freeze as though you wanted to use it to get your mana back. You got mana back.
I had it backwards. But at the end of the day, you need both of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought any ice spell gave it back. And since you only have to cast one ice spell...
2. 1 to get into ice.
I am very glad, again, as you and Rhoda were saying, the portrait change is a very good change. Oh yeah, I assume you, Leo and Zinnia, you both noticed already the change they did to portraits this patch. Whereas now, if you change gear and update your gear thingy...
Oh, you still need Fire 2 to get to Fire.
Okay, it's basically acting like old Fire 3, Ice 3 used to.
Yeah.
It's your AoE Fire 3, Ice 3. Also, welcome, Betrayer! Also, I just realized I forgot to do my boop check, but since you haven't complained, Leo, I assume I don't have boops. Leo says hi.
Hi, Leo. And the rest of the comrades.
I'm finally done with M2 for my alt.
Congrats.
Just in time for us to be done with M3 this week. And then next week we start the M4 train, or the M4 taxi. Well, I say we, but that's the rest of you starting it next week. Hey, also, despite all the things I was saying, the cobbler still tasted good. It just... oddities. I don't know how to feel. I think that means I chalk it up as still a success. Oh yeah, for context for everyone who isn't Betrayer. Before things got started today, I went ahead and did my test cobbler that I'm going to be doing for Cook Day for family. And, it looked like I screwed up the topping, because it does not look right. And the, filling kind of turned soupy.
Whoops.
Man, I'm glad I'm the only melee. Means I don't have to care what this guy does. Why do I feel like last 1 minute I forgot my, I think I forgot my Goring Blade last 1 minute. Gotta remember, I am also a caster. Where in 8... no, not 8, 9. Where in 9... What city was it you did the hunt in?
Limble, or...
Oh, it was Limblom. Okay. It was in Sid City, then.
Yep.
Okay. Then this thing is even more accurate than I thought it was. What happens if it runs out of those?
Probably makes a new one. Or it just repeats the ad phase over and over.
No, watch. It's a dungeon with a hardened rage on boss 1.
That would be funny.
I hate this Xbox controller so much, man.
I shouldn't be using this on them, but I already hit the button. I still need to finish the MSQ later. Yeah, no, Wednesday is going to end up being the 24-man and MSQ, probably, if nothing else comes up. Oh, I got one thing. Oh god, seeing this thing from the front, I hate it even more now. Let's just get that out here and prep. A little too early, actually. Hey, Maine, welcome. I hope you're doing well today. I helped you.
Thank you.
It took me a second to remember what button was it. I have clemency for reasons. Oh, goodbye.
I'd say don't forget about cover, but you can forget about cover.
There are some times where it's useful, but yeah. They are few and far between these days. Though you did find a good use of it last tier. Also, Oh, there it is. It's Shift Dash. I definitely use Shield Bash more than I use Cover.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't really been a problem up until this point, and this is the first time I've noticed it. But I don't necessarily move the direction the arrow is pointing when it gives me the confusion arrows.
That's... Okay! Yeah, I don't think I've had that. I'm going to assume that's a latency
It's not
thing.
like a... Yeah, it's not a huge deal. It's like 5 to 10 degrees. But, you know, that's not great.
Oh yeah, I posted this on Discord as well, but for everyone who's watching as well, I was considering... This would not start until December. So, 2 weeks. But I was considering doing a Wednesday stream going forward, but it would be a whatever Wednesday. So, I generally would not have anything scheduled for it, and it might just be, hey, I'm doing some casual stuff in Final Fantasy, or you watch me do some PFs in Final Fantasy. Maybe I feel like playing a completely random game. Maybe it is me working on GCC transcriptions while just sitting in chat. So you guys get to watch me go insane listening to the same line of dialogue 7 times. That's being generous. 7 times. Well, yeah, no, we'd say 7 times. 7 times for a 10 second for a 2-second clip. And you get to see how inefficient I am at making them and see why it takes me so long to get these out, because, yeah. But what do you guys think? Does that sound interesting as something to potentially watch? Also, welcome back, Eamon.
Hey.
My brain deleted a boss.
Congrats. Did they explode or just fade away?
I forgot we fought them. Like, I was thinking...
about Doom Wabbit?
You Patrick Doom Rabbit.
No, it was one of the other bosses we've already killed. I figured we shouldn't beat... I thought we had another boss before Doom Rabbit.
Looking like Rue's gonna be 10 to 15 minutes late.
Thank you for relaying.
It's a GCC raid. I was just reading because you're busy.
That's why I said thank you for relaying. I knew what you were doing.
Well, it wasn't a real relay where he texted me in the depths of despair that he couldn't get on Discord for some reason.
Look, it's still I don't see those messages.
Duh.
Got the Spire and was so confused before I remembered, oh right, that's a shield now.
How edgy is the MSQ?
Well, the very first thing is, oh hey, we have to teach these people what death means, even though they're grown adults, because they literally have not been allowed to know what death has meant for generations.
Did you like Shadowbringer's post-storyline?
I'm just deciding if I should be comic relief or dressed or serious dressed or cringy.
We should not be at the
dressed.
fucking funeral. Does that answer your question?
Did you say what?
We should not be at that first thing that you go to.
Awesome. I shouldn't be there? Great.
You're going to
as
be there, but
Cosmo.
we really should not be there.
I'm gonna go as Cosmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree?
No, I'm just sitting here in my own thing of we shouldn't be there, and I hated every bit of that.
I'm powerful.
Also, I made a statement in it.
It does sound interesting. Okay. Then yeah, at some point, well, like, not at some point, in December I'll probably try doing that then. We'll see how things go for December. Because if nothing else, it also might give me an excuse for... I need external things to force me to do things sometimes. Just because otherwise it's a, hey, I really want to do this thing. But if I have nothing pressuring me to do it, I won't do it. Conversely, sometimes being pressured to do it doesn't help, but like, it's a case-by-case fine line basis.
Gonna get a plate of tacos at every patch.
I mean, this is the first set of tacos we've been allowed to eat. Like, actual tacos versus... I forgot what the other thing was called.
Yeah, that whole fight, I only had to stop casting one time.
Nice.
Black Mage has just, like, almost infinite mobility now.
Broggle.
I am going to have to... oh well. I forgot to have Teamcraft up, and I'm getting a condensed solution, so I'll just have to manually update that later. Thankfully, I haven't done any of the crafts yet, so...
I just make it, like, figure out what's in my inventory, and then zero it out and reapply. That way I don't have to do any of the math.
Yeah, that's fair. No, and to be fair, it's going to be a one-to-one match this time. It's just that sometimes it's not a one-to-one match, and I intentionally want to be, no, I'm gathering stuff specifically for this. Ignore all that other stuff I have. That's for something else. That was the hallowed ground button.
I understand. Believe me, I understand multiple consumable crafting routes.
And now, time to do the next daily task.
Doman Enclave.
No, I haven't been there in... I don't know if I went there last patch at all, or last expansion at all. I know I can do it for more money, but it's like, or I can just vendor it here and not worry about it. Sure, I lose 40,000 gil, but woo.
I keep a collection of all of the
like the silver pieces.
Coins. Yeah, the coins we get from retainer level ups.
Mm-hmm.
And just do those over the next it usually gives me about 2 to 4 months of free money.
Yeah, I know. I've got, like... I end up having a ton of it also. It's just I could go there, or I can just vendor this now and do other things.
Heat of Battle will not expire before we start raid.
Just manually expire it.
I'm not allowed to.
Hold on, I'll manually expire it after I pick these up. I've gained, I think, 4 Reaper levels from these dailies already. There you go. I don't know how I feel. Well, no, it makes sense that these things fly. They've always been flying. Never mind. No. This is what I want. I need this quest. Not done this one before. I don't know how I feel about these things. They've got a cute looking face, but like... they are also deadly.
You know, my apathy for this patch is surprisingly high.
I'm not gonna lie. I skipped a lot of the MSQ. I just don't care.
Oh, hey, sightseeing spot. I'm going through it. It's just that I've had other things I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going through the dailies is helping me level up classes I wasn't going to do otherwise. Look, I'm looking forward to Fate's rewritten Ultimate. That's what it is, I think. But I have also, that's not going to start for me until after the new year, so...
Is that Eden Ultimate?
Yeah. Oh, hey, combat.
Betrayal know the answer to this question.
But
Didn't they get rid of mob EXP in dungeons because people, after a certain expansion, stopped doing leveling because it was based off of mob EXP, the bonus?
No, it was the fact that how they did routing and the fact that it was in... Mob EXP was not the part of dungeon experience that mattered, so rather than make it so that people were thinking you had to go in doing chaining and shit and going as fast and as wide as possible, they just said fuck it, gave everybody a flat amount as boss EXP.
Yep.
It was also to fix the fact that there were some dungeons in ARR Res you could fight additional mobs, and some people would want you to do that for the extra EXP, and it was starting to cause friction between some people, I think. So
There
Oh,
was a
that is what
single
you said?
dungeon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. There was a single dungeon where it was faster to pull the entire first thing to the boss, kill all the trash, leave, and come back. I think it might have been
Darkhold.
Darkhold, yeah. That was literally the only case situation.
You were doing it actually to skip Orm Vale.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't doing it because it was good experience for Darkhold. You were doing it because it was better experience than doing Orm Vale because of the random chance you had and people you had.
Yeah. But in general, since they did that change, I think there's actually slightly more EXP for just clearing a dungeon as fast as you can.
Well, I know it used to be a lot worse if you rolled a leveling and got Sastasha.
Yeah.
You're still getting that same amount of kill experience that you got. You're still getting basically the same kill experience for that. Because when you do leveling roulette, really the experience you're getting is that daily bonus. Unless... Go ahead.
Okay, so originally it was 80 to 20 on like dungeon experience versus kill experience. When they put the 20 into the dungeon experience, they kept the same system they had before, which was whatever dungeon experience you would have gotten at your level was applied to the roulette.
Yeah. I guess the only other situation where you don't quite have it as crazy anymore, but it's not that big of a difference, is if you legitimately went into a roulette and you were level 18 and got, Copper Bell, and had all of the EXP bonuses plus, the roulette bonuses and all that, you could walk out of there 4 levels higher. Now you'll be 3.
No, actually, you'll walk out of there 6 levels higher, and now you'll do 5.
Okay, yeah.
And now you'll do 5 is unless you have a mentor, and then it's 6 again.
Yeah.
Or Road to X.
Doesn't matter.
I wasn't even calculating Road to X. Shit.
Yeah. It doesn't matter,
It might be
though.
like 9 levels.
7.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I remember that Rhoda was leveling her Lalafell, and we did that one time, and she was just like, what the fuck happened?
No. In A Realm Reborn, you still got massive amounts for doing Copperbell at level.
Mm-hmm.
You were just supposed to have done enough side stuff to be doing Copperbell at, 19, 20, when you'd get Halatali. Because of all the stuff in between.
I'll do the custom deliveries later.
At level, doing the Sastasha, Tamtara, Copperbell shit
I should start
was
doing
giving you a
roulette
massive
again.
amount of experience starting in Heavensward because of the experience booster.
Yeah.
But even in A Realm Reborn, you got levels out of it. Which on its own is immensely insane to say, considering how much time we spent doing fate farming.
Yeah. I'm glad. Okay, I say yeah because I've heard the horror stories. The only time I've done fate farming for levels was during Raubon Savage because there was nothing else to do.
Lim, I had to fate farm to pick up the extra levels to get to 41 and Stone Vigil.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
From 36.
I believe it, and it sounded like in original, when Heavensward released, people had the same problem again in Churning Mists.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, no, sorry, that was yeah, I'm glad I managed to somehow miss this one.
Churning Mists was weird because if you were leveling one job, you were ahead of where Churning Mists was and you felt like you were wasting experience. If you were leveling 2 jobs, you hard-walled at Churning Mists.
Yep, and I can't say either way because by the time I got into Ishgard, my character was level 56.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, but the only 2 bad habits, I was thinking of, arguments over how the game works and stuff, and, how to do polls. And, at this point with this game and its community, it's surprisingly literate of its game, but there are 2 things that I do see occasionally still. And I blame both of them on Final Fantasy XI. And that is tanks that don't really use cooldowns and invoke on cooldown because they think that's the only way to hold threat. And healers who do nothing but heal.
Okay, that I also feel comes from WoW, though.
I mean, that comes from
MMOs.
MMOs.
It's a lot less 11 than WoW.
Yeah. Yeah, that second one, you're right.
Like, wow, yes, that is, at least, again,
I
this
was
is...
kicked out of a guild for casting a lightning bolt in the middle of a fucking raid.
Yeah,
And the raid leader, like, blew a fucking gasket. They then proceeded to wipe the rest of the night because they were down a healer. I threw a lightning bolt because we did not need to do any healing in that fight. What else was I going to fucking do?
Yeah, no, unfortunately for...
healing, because they kept wiping.
I was going to say, unfortunately for
it was
me...
that specific fight that they didn't need the healing.
Yeah, for me, unfortunately, most of the groups I was with, it was man, it would be nice if I could take a breather and get my mana back at least.
It was level 60 Zul'Gurub, which meant that like we were on like the Snake Priest boss.
Oh, you guys were also...
And he mostly just spat poison all over the place, which wasn't hard to heal with just totems.
Wait.
And then they got to Hakar and blew up because they didn't have their chain healer, and I fucking laughed. I laughed all the way to the next guild.
Remind me, what level was...
60.
No. Was 60 the max in vanilla?
Yes.
Okay, for some reason I thought it was 50.
No. They did it 60 so that it was higher than like one of their competitors. It's just an LOL thing.
60 was Burning Crusade and 70 was Wrath of Lich.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's what I thought.
Nope. 70
It
was
could-
Burning Crusade, 80 was Wrath.
It could also be that I'm mixing it up because ARR is 50. Alright, I am ready to lose at ice. You're right. No, you're right, because you got your first mount at 30, and then Epic was
40.
twice that. 40?
40
Damn
was
it.
the first mount originally. They changed it later to 20.
Well, honestly, that made sense considering some of the fucking zones they made.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck the Barons. Like, I remember when I first played it, hey, I'm like level 12. I'm
It's
in the
aptly
Barons.
named.
Hey, I'm level 40. I'm finally leaving the goddamn Barons.
And then you come back.
Don't play Ashes of Creation, man.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah, it looks like fucking ass, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's because World of Warcraft did that thing also, though, where they split a zone into two sectors, and one sector was way higher level than the other.
Yeah, 100.
And
100. Nice.
like
Congrats,
Southern
Arceon.
Barons
Also,
was
welcome.
like 35, 40. And
Is that
North
your first
Barons was
100?
like 15 to 20. Then you could split off and either do the long run to the other continent, where you would get ganked 4 times on the way.
Well, depends, because... Oh, right, because you could get into the undead zone, but then after that,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yep. You had to run through Alliance
Or
ports
no.
to even do it.
No, actually, you could still get to the other continent without that, because the fucking south free-for-all zone. But also, after EverQuest, refused to play those games on a PvP server. I learned... Actually, it wasn't... Yeah, no, it was after EverQuest, because Ion was after WoW.
What are you talking about?
In the Barrens, there's the Goblin City that has a boat that takes you to the south, the like jungle zone in the south of the other continent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could go to... That was also another area you could level that was... it was free-for-all on PvP servers, but it was just a neutral zone otherwise.
Mhm.
But you were gonna get ganked anyway because people knew how to force flag on you back then. And you could, but you still couldn't get to the undead zone because you had to run through Alliance territory no matter what to get to...
You got to the... You just went to... At least when I played, which was real early, when MC was the raid, there was a blimp between Orgrimmar and the Undercity. Or is that what you're talking about?
No, that was there, but I think they added it like halfway through vanilla because people.
No,
complained.
it was definite. It wasn't halfway. It was definitely earlier than that because
When I started playing, was early access at the end of beta, and we had 2 people who played undead, and I made a troll, and another person made an orc, and those blimps were not there, and our undead friend had to do a grueling 12-hour horrible slog across the continent to get over to where we were.
okay, open beta maybe not, but definitely pre-Molten Core they were there.
Yeah. They probably added it like, a month after we did the early starting. Yeah. But they were not always there. It's just what my memory was. I know they were not always there.
First 100 was probably Scholar, so technically Summoner.
That was also
then
back when undead
Dancer.
Power 16 times throughout the expansion. I can already feel that happening. Sorry.
And sorry
I
for
talked over you.
not
Sorry.
responding to you
I talked over
earlier,
you.
Arcion.
Sorry.
Obviously got distracted by the
I
WoW
remember
discussion going
back
on.
though in those days, undead didn't have to breathe underwater at all, and were totally immune to all kinds of different nonsense.
Yeah, instead they changed it on launch to be, hey, you just have double the breathing.
Yeah, it kept Will of the Forsaken as a passive. Up until around Blackwing Lair. By Blackwing Lair, I mean when people were actually able to get in there. Blackwing Lair came out at the same time as Molten Core. There was a time when the developers had time to make new raids before anybody could even get through the previous one.
Well, yeah, if you look at the time to completion for this game originally. Coils, man! Coils took people fucking forever to clear originally. Because, A, everything's beeping. A, people didn't know what they were doing. B, the developers didn't know what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, the coils are closer to a WoW-style raid. A Final Fantasy WoW-style raid. Whereas you had trash to kill, you had to walk up, and then there was the boss. And admittedly, the trash only respawned after you left the instance, so you had 2 hours before the trash respawned.
That's
Actually,
about what it was like in WoW,
90
though.
minutes, actually, I think is what the timer was, but still.
Yeah, that's about how it was for WoW.
I feel like it was sooner than that, but also timescales
Depends
in
on the
WoW
trash.
were... Yeah, again, the trash I remember the most, to be fair, was Karazhan. That's the dungeon I technically ran the most. It's also the one I enjoyed the most.
Karazhan Trash, some of it was pretty quick. There were key pulls that were slower, but most of it was respawned pretty quick. AQ40 was awful. AQ40 had... The really nasty trash pulls were on a 2-hour timer, but the, just garbage that you had to stop and kill along the way would respawn in 5 fucking minutes.
You did Saberyu
So,
EX? And
Any
had a-
wipe took forever.
Oh, fair.
It was
I
supposed to
admit
be
I've
because
not,
the
I
place
have
was
not
like a
seen
giant
that word
bug
before,
nest
but
with
since you
swarming
described...
bugs, and I get it, but
Yeah.
it still sucked.
thankfully, you're only
And
in the
there's
water for
one
a
room where
short
the trash
bit of
spawns the
time
instant
at
you kill
least.
it, and the whole room is like, how do you get through this stupid ass room?
How did you deal with Ruby C, Arcion, if you don't mind me asking?
You have everybody doing this. The way that we did it, because we never bothered to actually do it correctly, was we had a hunter run forward with their pet and have their pet get a lot and die, and then the hunter would get a lot and run up the tunnel, and then everybody would run up the tunnel behind the hunter, and the hunter would feign death, on a rock, and make all the trash bug and go back to normal.
Yeah,
So we just skipped it.
Look, hunters could do some broken shit in that game, all
Oh,
things
yeah.
considered.
Oh yeah.
But also,
That
unfortunately,
was the only
high-
reason we had them, because we thought hunters were useless otherwise at that point.
Well, I was going to say the other thing is in Melee, a lot of people who played Hunter were really bad. You had it wasn't the class that made it difficult, but it was the player base of who ended up being attracted to the class that made it. Whereas
There's
very feast or famine.
there's a little bit of the class being difficult in vanilla and in Burning
Fair enough.
Crusade
Yeah,
Hunter.
I'm
You
sorry to
have
hear that,
remember
Arceon,
that in
but I'm
Burning
glad you got
Crusade
through it.
Hunter, they had a ranged minimum range.
Oh, so
of,
thanklessly
like,
for
7.
that dungeon, after
and
you unlock
then
it, there's
a
no
melee maximum range.
It's
of
just
5. So there was a dead zone.
you're in a
And
globe. You're in
you
an air
needed to be
globe,
able
so
to
you don't.
use your melee
I don't-
and ranged abilities
Well, I can't
together
say I don't
at
have the
those
thing,
levels
but I don't know if
to
it'll be
really
the same
put out
sort of
good
issues.
effective numbers.
Does being
Well,
the
until the later part of
Kojin,
Burning Crusade, where you
city
just bound
bother
everything
you,
to one
actually?
button
Because
and to
if
the mouse wheel
no,
and spun it,
then you'll be fine.
because steady shot was stupid. But like for a long time, Hunter had a very, very, very high skill ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people knew how to do it properly. And yes, you're right. A lot of people gravitated to Hunter so that they could be the stealth night elf in the bushes auto shooting.
Meanwhile, here I am. Fuck you, I'm big ass cow. I'm honestly still pissed that every time bows were always better than guns.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was because, and that has to do with Blizzard not understanding itemization, and they never have. They've always been fucking terrible about itemization. They make all of their items on a theme they want, and don't really care much for what ends up being effective or not. Like, you had mace spec,
I can't
mace
believe we
spec,
won.
axe spec,
Oh,
and sword
awesome.
spec, and a lot of the combat classes.
I didn't know
Spoilers,
much.
you only pick sword spec. Which means a lot of weapons were useless for
Okay,
PvE
then yeah,
right out of the gate.
it's
from
basically
that.
a dungeon like you're in that bubble, but to be fair, the bubble is a lot
Sword
bigger.
spec had
You're
the chance
also
to
just
double
in
attack
buildings
5%
for
of the
good
time
parts
on
of it, if
auto
I remember
attacks.
correctly.
This is better than anything else any of the others give you, by a wide margin. Especially since Bases was a chance to stun, which doesn't work.
I'm sorry. I'm now just remembering Hunter, a blue mace drops. I roll need on it, figuring, oh yeah, I just have to go talk to an NPC to unlock this, because I've been able to do that for every other weapon type. Maces are the one weapon hunters
Yeah.
were not allowed to equip.
Yep. Hunters also didn't get the weapon spec thing, because they had ranged weapons.
Oh yeah, but
But Hunters never wanted to be auto-attacking in melee anyway, so...
Oh yeah, no, it was a, to be fair, you got the weapon for the stats.
Yep. But the other thing they did is they had themes for stats on weapons too. And in general, maces were the slowest weapons, and had the highest auto attack damage, but the slowest swing speed.
You know
And
what?
then there were two types of swords. There were fast swords and slow swords. And
We got
it's the
time.
same thing. Fast swords
We got
weren't
time,
as slow as
Arceon.
maces, but they had high auto attack damage and lower swing speed. And fast swords had low auto attack damage and high swing.
I'll show you
speed.
what it looks like.
And at the end of the
you
day,
tell me if it looks like it'll be a problem.
they didn't, and they also based all weapon skills on weapon attack damage.
It's kind of more like Tempest
And
now that I think about
skills
it.
were uncoupled from your auto attack swings. So, no matter how good the stats were on any of the fast weapons, unless you were a rogue or a fury warrior and could use one in the offhand, they were all useless. Because even like a really good, like there were a couple of really good swords that would drop that looked great on paper with high DPS, and they're bad because they half the damage your swings do. there were.
I was going to say, but they figured things out now, right? Right?
They're a little better about it, but not really from what I've seen. There were classes where having the fast offhand was nice for proccing poisons and stuff, by which I mean only rogue.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, yeah, 30% of the weapons they made
it is still
were
a bit
were
okay.
just
Fair enough.
not useful because they were not slow swords. There was a period of time I remember in early Burning Crusade where there was like what you wanted was a.
I should
it was
probably
like
come
a
in here on
green
Dancer.
level 70 of the Tiger's slow sword was fucking better than anything that dropped in the first raid. Except for like a couple like late bosses.
Oh, ads in about 5 minutes. We'll be done with this before then.
Lord help you if you were a cast. If you were a maid, you didn't wear any epic gear at all. You just stacked like spell power panties and like a pink shirt with spell power and
Yeah, and also, God help you if you needed elemental resistance, because that meant all the gear you've rolled your DKP, or you spent your DKP on, completely fucking useless.
yeah, but in general, most of the guilds that were doing like actual serious prop, the resistance gear you needed in Burning Crusade, you could craft all of it.
I'm sorry, I'm not thinking Burning Crusade, because in Burning Crusade...
In vanilla, it was just a funny joke. The raid progression, the joke was always, the raid progression was like Stratholme and Blackrock Depths for fire resist gear. And then you go to Molten Core, and then you go to Blackwing Lair after doing Onyxa to get your 40 fucking cloaks that every single person needed or you automatically died. And then you went to Zul'Gurub, and you didn't need resist gear there. And then you went to Maradon, the level 40 dungeon, to get level 40 nature resist gear so that you could do 2 fights in AQ40.
The mechanic, whatever. We're not worrying about the mechanics here.
God, that's such a dumb fight.
And now we're out of the building.
That whole fight is put on level 40 nature resist gear
Shallow
so
pool?
that her mechanic, which is just undodgeable raid-wide stacking poison, doesn't kill everybody.
That doesn't seem like a mechanic. It just seems like a requirement.
Yep. And it's still not the dumbest fight in Vanilla WoW. The dumbest fight in Vanilla WoW is Shazarin and the Molten Core, where all melee characters must stand out of range the entire fight and click their throw weapon button.
Which one was that?
He's the Salamander mage who just arcane novas every 2 seconds.
Oh,
And that is the whole fucking fight.
right. I remember him now.
There's ways to do that better.
Oh yeah, there is, but this was
Oh, yeah.
also...
It was vanilla. Yeah.
It was vanilla. The only other popular of a similar type, I think, at the time was EverQuest.
Yeah. No, it was still early learning phases. They had no idea how to do it better.
Like, all things considered, Ragnaros was a shockingly good fight in a shockingly terrible dungeon. It did put a lot of effort into making Ragnaros like a really cool, like, one of the first taste of like a 40-man end of a raid boss. Everything up to him was pretty bad. I actually do like a lot of the fights in Blackwing Lair. I think that Valistraz the Corrupt is one of the most fun things they've ever put in.
Was
but
that
also,
the thing
like,
that you had to mind control a guy?
No. That's the very first thing. That's Razorgore the Untamed. That was the Guild Destroyer because up until that point, you had mostly grouped to fight maybe 3 guys, but didn't really have a lot of adds in Molten Core, except for Ragnaros himself, but that was just gather them up and AoE them down. Razorgore the Untamed was, you're now playing Warcraft 3, You're in group. You need to separate into your individual groups and control a battlefield while one group handles like mind controlling the guy and running around. Literally, nobody wanted to do that. Everybody wanted to find a cheese. Nobody wanted to learn how to do that fight.
Yeah.
The cheese that the Horde came up with was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and it was extremely sketchy as to whether it would work. But it's what
at
they
least now
insisted
you know
on
what it'll
doing
look
and what
like.
I had to learn. And that was have one tank gather all the ads.
It also lets
that
you
were
get some
constantly
very.
pouring out. So I'm talking like 60
I'm just going to call it
dudes easily within 3
beachwear.
minutes.
It's beachwear.
And 4 shaman would run
That's what
around
that
in a
gear
square
is.
pattern, dropping earthbind totems, so they were all snared.
Yeah,
and
no,
just
I
circle them.
yeah I remember.
It's so stupid. It was so much faster and easier if you just fought the groups, but nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if you can find a way that makes it sound like you have less thinking to do, people will gravitate to it. Just like what's kind of happening in the new EX trial I found of, there's a strat people are calling brain dead. The brain.
Is this Elmo again?
No, Elmo.
Exactly, but like the same sort of thing.
No, Elmo. Elmo was. I would still actually count as a brain dead because it was a, hey, 6 people just stand on this marked spot. You're done. The other 2 people stand on these marked spots. Hit one button at time X and you're done. Like Elmo could be considered a brain dead in all honesty.
It's only called Elmo because of the meme picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, oh, hey, ads. No, the thing that they call brain... So there's a point whereas you need everyone to split between 2 platforms. And you've got 4... And you have 4 bridges to go across. However, if 2 people touch... It's Cloud of Darkness. If 2 people are on that bridge at the same time, it collapses, it never comes back, and those 2 people fall to their death. So it's okay, how do we figure out the priority? And what people are calling brain dead, requires you to do a decent bit of thinking and paying attention. Like, I don't think there is a brain dead strat for that. No, there's another strat for another mechanic that they're just calling cheese of that mechanic, because yes, it is cheesing that mechanic. I would also call it the brain dead version of that mechanic because it's, oh yeah, you're supposed to do all this. Or you can just start in the upper left corner, stay stacked as a group, go all the way, just stagger these AoE puddles, and once you get to the end, pop your mitigations. Congrats, you did the entire mechanic. Also, welcome. I need to toss Ellery an invite.
Balustrez the Corrupt was funny because it was the fight that taught Well, Onyxa did this too, but nobody noticed there because everybody's a headless chicken in that fight for some reason. It decreases your IQ by 100 the moment you go in that zone. I do not know what superpower they used to make that happen. But Balustrez was where everybody learned how the hacky way they made cleave work in World of Warcraft. Cleave is a small radius when enemies use cleave and players use cleave in the early versions. It was a small AoE on a target.
I'm sorry.
Anybody who got hit by the AoE propagated another one.
Yeah, no. My group, there was a meme of nobody chains cleaves like us. We'll fucking chain cleaves through the entire goddamn instance.
I cannot tell you how many times I have been on the opposite side of the room with the healers, and the group somehow manages to chain forward melee cleaves into the healers in the back left corner.
For those who didn't know, so apparently Rue said he's going to be a little bit late, so it looks like we've got a little bit late of a start.
If I suddenly vanish, I apologize.
Xfinity decided
But Xfinity
now.
said today's maintenance and didn't give me a time.
Usually, when they do that, it does mean, like, witching hour, night hours.
Yeah.
Because if it's during the day, I think they kind of have... I think if they don't tell you, you can actually get them an FCC problem. Unless it's, emergency things, but this doesn't sound like an emergency thing.
They almost never tell us they're doing something, which is why it also caught me off guard.
Yeah, which means they definitely are actually planning it this time.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to ask, Arceon, your stuffed seal, is it the animal
Here you go,
seal?
15 seconds.
Or
you have 0 cooldowns for all your
like
abilities,
a Pokemon
and 0
seal.
mana cost, and 0 energy cost. Go nuts. Hit your biggest buttons as fast as you can. And then fucking explode.
And I know the Pokemon seal is just an animal seal, but still.
Automatic death. No way to get around it. Completely RNG. The fight is a race to kill him.
Well, I hope it is helping you stay calm. I hope it is helping out. That's what I'm trying to say.
One person at a time. We had a kill where the final kill was a shaman who was a healer shaman. And he just put Wind Fury on his weapon and walked forward and just started blasting with Earth Shock because he was the last person. And the boss died, and he had 4 seconds left on his clock, and he would have died. And he got 4 people rezzed before he died. Because he had no cooldown on res.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
So, how's everyone else doing?
Fine.
Everyone happy that today should hopefully be the last day of Brute Bomber?
Yay.
I don't know, I'm kind of used to a big early man saying he's gonna blow me.
You can just go to Bombung for that experience too.
From what I've heard, or almost every other server's Limpsa.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably easier there to go to anyone's Limsa than it is to navigate to the quicksands, because you just have to get to the Aetheryte and Limsa.
Yep. Howdy, Rhoda.
Nice! Congrats, mate! Well, I did what I could to prevent myself from coming into the enrichment area. And we did some decent stuff today, but enrichment area it is. Oh, we're Trigun today, I see.
Everybody likes the asshole glasses.
Likes the what? Oh, I wasn't paying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean you. I meant Cayman. But
and
also,
Ethos.
I'm the only one that's wearing just glasses. Clearly, I should change, shouldn't I?
Clearly, you should
I'll be
change.
wearing glasses. I paid 2.5 million gil for them, so I'm wearing them.
Yep.
Hey, they're still around. Yeah.
You've got red. Cayman's got red. I can't tell Nethos is.
Gold.
Black.
And
It's
I've
black
got blue.
lenses and gold realms.
Me and all right, it's Pince Nez night, everyone. That's the fucking glamour theme.
I gotta do this one. I don't like that they dye the metal too.
It would be neat if you could mix and match.
Yeah.
Like, we have 2 dye channels. You can just have it be, okay, select metal color, select lens color. For
The fact
all
that they've even
glasses.
given us this, the fact that they've even given us this slot, though, feels like it's already beyond the. It's already reaching into the
I was
Yeah.
going to say, this is the reason
Like,
the servers are
super
unstable.
spaghetti toppings.
Like, The fact that they
We already have a premium spaghetti code topping. I don't know if we need another one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't need materia. Okay. Did I didn't think I touched... Did I touch chests? I must have touched chests and didn't realize it. Okay. Oh, let's get some old materials. And yeah, delayed start, as for those who didn't hear when I was saying it, I think it was during ads.
Congrats.
We've got a delayed start because Rue
what it's
has
about.
some work stuff, so
Yeah.
it's going to take a little bit of time. But only 10 to 15, so, hopefully it won't interrupt things too badly.
Oh, I am gonna be tanking for my other group tomorrow because we're out of tank, and it's easier to find a DPS sub than a tank sub. And we are this will probably jinx us, of course, but I think we're gonna start potting this week. We're getting there. So
Nice.
if by some chance we accidentally clear tomorrow and then we accidentally clear on Thursday, it would be one chest, but I think the odds of both of those things happening are like 1 in a million.
So what days is your other group running anyway? If you don't
Wednesday,
mind.
Friday.
Okay. Look, I've got a tank. It's geared. It's 722. I just really need to do Sphene EX to get a better weapon.
I need those wings.
Well, yeah, I need those wings, and I need another, how many? Where the hell is it? I think 40? I think I'm down to 40 clears of Valley Garmonda before I'm done with them finally. No, 33! 33 and I'm done! I find it distressing that I need 33 clears of Valley Garmonda and 46 of Sphene EX.
Nah.
I...
Bean's a 2-totem.
It's a 2-totem.
That's good.
I kind of wish the others were 2 totems out of the gate. Or that they cut the mount price in half. Or both.
Or that if it was a 2-totem fight, they make the mount price higher.
No.
So you still have to run it 99 times.
Please, no. I had...
Can you imagine the backlash if they stealth patched that in? That would be like the least well-received change of all time.
That would be 2 weeks of angry people DDoSing servers.
That would be even after they reverted it due to the sheer amount of people complaining about it, they would continue to get hell for it for years to come, because there are already enough people who really hate the current system. And I like the fact that you have an endpoint, but I do believe that endpoint is a few too many runs.
Well, it's way too many, in my opinion.
That's if you're doing it on patch, like on when it's current content synced, though.
Even then.
For me, I actually find it easier to do it that way, but that's also because the earlier I do it, the more likely I find groups who know what they're doing.
You should not have to kill a boss more than 10 times.
I'll give them 25. I will give them 25.
They don't have a lockout for it, or do they? Do you only get totems once?
No, there's no lockout.
There's no lockout, so like, yeah, it's a little bit different, but at the same time,
it's not like the fucking WoW mounts of you get one chance a week, and some people doing this for 10 years still haven't gotten the goddamn mount.
Naren can tell you about that in the Onyxia mount.
Yeah.
Shout out to the time where I did ICC on a whim and got it in 2 runs.
I know people who would have tried to find you and stab you.
That horse is fucking ugly. I never use it.
Yeah.
I just also enjoy things of they put those in there for content that was meant to be done with like 20 some people, and that was awesome. This super rare mount dropped. Hey, why are you stabbing me in the kidney?
Yeah, that happened with me.
Yes,
and
Chief,
Naren,
I did get it
actually,
clear.
because
I did get that
want a mount. I found the one I wanted. It was a Thundering Onyx Cloud Serpent, which is from a world boss.
By the way, that's a lot easier to get now.
I went and killed it once and it dropped.
we're
and
welcome.
Okay, cool.
Also,
lost
hey,
its
Chief.
shit. That was back in WoD, so it was not...
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I probably killed Baron Rivendell 2,000 times.
The only thing of Sphene EX,
Man,
Never saw them out.
the only thing of
can't
that
even
EX I don't
fucking
like
reach that one,
is the
like,
so-called
one of
brain
the,
dead strat is not brain dead, and I hate people
Patch
calling
Island from
things
Pandaria.
brain dead. I'm
He's
convinced
too
they're
high
just calling it brain dead as the way to get PF to adopt
Baron
a
Rivendell
strategy.
at least 2,000 times, never got them out. 3 people I knew
But
walked
yeah,
in
no,
there,
if-
got it the first time, and they ran it.
The fixed bridge
Of course.
strat is
And of
okay,
course,
but it is
I never
not
got
brain
the,
dead.
Other half of Wind Fury, so I was banned from tanking.
Honestly,
Knew
if
forever to be a
depending on
shaman,
how things go
at least
Friday,
until Burning
it
Crusade.
might be that I start with Street Fighter World Tour, and then I might pivot to Final Fantasy. If nothing else, the Wednesday whatever is probably going to be some EX
This is another
farms,
great example
on
of
occasion.
World of Warcraft itemization being absolutely terrible.
They've
Designing AQ40 and
You say it's the
Nax
no traffic
encounters
stat,
around your tanks,
but I
having
keep
that
on.
weapon.
I kept on having the problems of
They've
people would go
really,
too
really
slow
put
in Group
the
1, and once
fucking
Group 2
work
knew
in
where
the
they needed to
past
go,
few
both
expansions,
Group
the
1 and
past few
Group 2 are going
expansions.
across the bridge at
to
the
make
same
that
time, so they died.
Not a thing anymore.
Good.
Itemization is so nice. It's nicer than Final Fantasy 14.
Wow, I cannot believe that.
Wow, itemization is actually pretty sick right now. Even though I just quit again.
I played through Kata, came back after a break for Pandaria, tried again in Warlords, gave up. It was terrible that whole way.
Yeah, it's really, really fucking nice now, and I wish Final Fantasy would do what they're doing.
The community
Hello.
is still lame, but yeah, itemization is chef kiss.
Yeah, you just gotta find a good group of people to go into if you're gonna play that game.
Maybe it's because I don't try to do hard-ass shit. I've never had issues.
Wow.
I healed myself to 11s, and then I was like, I don't know why I'm still playing if I'm not raiding. Bye. Hug healing, always a joy. At least the nice thing is, runs either generally
Yeah.
succeed
Yeah, some
or
water.
fall apart within
Okay,
the first 30
Betrayer.
seconds, so.
Liquid acquiring.
Oh, that reminds me, I should probably get more food.
Also, delves are kind of cool.
I've heard.
Really solo content that actually gives like decent gear is kind of fun.
You know, I should probably move my reprisal button later.
Community still
'Cause that's
rampant
on
with
my-
add-ons that
Tincture button.
call out every time anybody gets hit by an AOE and
I
stuff.
don't know where
Honestly,
to move it
less
to.
so. Like you
That would
still
be
will play
good for
with like
Universal.
classic like add-ons like the I forget the bigwigs and shit. But like I feel like when I quit 4 years ago, it was like 18 weak auras per fight,
We're going to be doing
Didn't really see much
m3s
of
as
that
soon
at all
as
this time. We're
Rue
still-
shows
He's
up.
not talking
Giggler.
about that. He's
That's
calling
our
about
last
the call-out
week.
I'm
mods.
talking about
Of,
callouts and
M3s.
asshole mod.
Oh, I
Join
had
a group
couple
and
of
join a group
those.
and they're like, here's the minimum gear score, and then they press a button, it sniffs everybody's item level and tells them who to kick.
Oh, they get
and-
to do that before you even join the group, so you just don't get invited.
Fair enough. But also when you would like go in, if like you barely touched an AoE in a fight, it would like put in yell chat, this person has failed this mechanic for 0.1 seconds.
Yep.
You know,
Oh,
things like
there's.
that.
I would say 1 out of every like 10 to 20 runs I was in had someone doing that. I just ignored it because I didn't.
I mean,
care.
that's what you do is you ignore it. I mean, but yeah.
I also knew that I was going to be largely pugging, so I just made sure I played the meta darling of the patch. So I got groups instantly, and if the group was a dick, I'd leave and get a group instantly. I heard it was absolute hell if you weren't like the meta babe of the moment, but
That is the problem.
I knew that going in. Though that's what the community was. So I was like, oh, I want to play the meta class anyways, so good enough.
Yep, no
Got up
worries, Chief.
high enough
And-
and healing.
It
You
it
know
was
what,
just
actually-
amazing to me how I had to go through so many different guilds. Even though like I had a great
Chief,
reputation in the one I was in on the class I was playing with.
let me check
A new patch
something.
would come out, and you know there would be like a 2% swing in performance, and every guild leader in every guild was like, "All right, all shamans are now banned except for the one doing bloodlust. Everybody has to be this healer now." Or when I was playing Warlock, and Warlock was good, and I was a really good Warlock, and they put a lot of investment in me, and then for one patch, Warlocks weren't good, and they're like, switch to Mage. I'm like,
That's
are you,
yeah,
are
not
you
a thing.
serious?
That's a problem of the people you're keeping
Yeah.
company. That's
Well,
what that
I.e., that's the problem of WoW. People always say, just find a good group. Good freaking
I'm
luck.
talking about back in the day too,
Mhm.
and I tried I went through like 15 groups, and they were all like that.
The percentage of decent human beings that play WoW is lower than most other games.
Man, I have had nothing but like nice experiences.
What server are you on?
God, she's on
Okay.
the what you think.
Servers don't even really matter anymore. You can have
They do
cross-server
for
guilds.
RP.
And
They did back in the day. I was originally on Medivh. Did not realize that was going to become the PvP hardcore server, or not PvP, PvE hardcore server. It was the server where the
also-
world first rag kill was, and the world first kill with the Zod kill was.
I'm also on Alliance, which might sway the demographics a bit.
The Alliance
Do
were
cross-faction
bigger jerks than Hordes,
line.
where we were.
Cross-faction
At
guild
that
now too,
time,
maybe?
yes. But present day, there's a lot more for the Horde happening.
It's done the flip flop that happens every so often.
It's kind of balancing out now from what I've seen, as thanks to Frosty's mention of the cross guild, or cross faction guilds. But before that, it was definitely Horde bias. Why would you ever play Alliance? And the people who go play Alliance are like, I like this place.
Ugly character model.
Fair
I
enough.
just I just remember for basically up until halfway through Wrath. Like, it got way better in Burning
Get some
Crusades
water.
once we had Paladins, Horde side.
I shall get some more water,
But
Leo. Okay.
Fear Ward, which was a dwarf race roll, was easy mode for like every other boss that spams fear every 20 seconds.
Still is with their poison removal.
Yeah, and that was something Horde didn't have access to. Instead, we had Tremor Totem, which was highly unreliable. And it was, but more than that, though, like at the end of the day, just knowing how to play easily balanced all that out. Nobody knew how to play. The problem
Hey, it's a Ruby card bundle
was that
today.
everybody perceived that only the Alliance had a real chance at Prague. Horde servers or Horde guilds were pretty close behind them. The real reason that the Horde groups, which tended to be tighter knit and lasted longer during those days, couldn't progress is because every other week we couldn't play the game. Because we would log in and all the Horde quest givers were dead, and the Alliance had a mob of 200 people preventing anybody from entering Naxxramas or like the other
Skill issue.
raids. Yeah, preventing anybody from playing the game so that they didn't have competition.
Weird. I just didn't play on PvP servers, so you know.
There are ways to force other people to be flagged, even on PvE servers.
Usually
You
that
also you can also kill
no.
the NPCs so you can't like pick up items you needed.
well, the way for that before, to be fair, was you stood in an AoE skill, which is why people stopped doing the AoE skills.
They also had plants. Like they had agents horde side who would like get flagged and then go heal other people or do things that would flag other people.
Getting healed by a flag didn't flag you.
There was something you could do that did, because it happened constantly. I don't know if it was hacks, I don't know what it was, but it happened constantly.
I never had issues with getting, like, not
I wonder if the old
anything
videos
that
are still
wasn't
around.
my mistake getting accidentally flagged, even back in the day in World of Warcraft.
And I believe you guys. I absolutely believe you. I think I just played on an absolute hardcore shithole server.
Very possible.
Because there are videos of it, too.
Yeah, like, to be fair, I know in upper rightmost zone where Nax originally was, there were NPC things in there that if you went and did like the zone event, it would flag you automatically.
Yeah.
What it is?
Still
yeah,
bad
well,
stuff.
Encountered
Just checking
more
to see.
PvP in groups than I did out in the world. By which I mean assholes.
Excuse me. So here is a question. How long do we give Rue before sounds like both Giggly or Chief are willing to possibly sub for us for M3 at the very least, which that then gives Rue more time for getting here for M4. What do you guys want to
Does
do?
Rue need anything still from? Because wasn't it a bunch of people needed one book to complete it?
One book to complete your last twine, but also there's 2 other ways to get twine now.
He can just do the 24 man if he wants a twine.
Mm-hmm.
People log in without a raid?
Not since they pulled the controller bullshit. They don't get to be high-handed about that.
What's happening?
There's an issue with PlayStation controllers specifically. Was it PlayStation specifically?
It is specifically PS4 Bluetooth controllers. Or PS4 controllers on PC using Bluetooth.
All right,
which affects, I know me and Betrayer for sure.
and Rue, I
But
think.
I'm just using my PS5 controller wired.
Didn't they say some smart ass comment that was like, "Oh, PS4 support's going away, so might want to get a PS5."
Yeah, you might want to get a PS5 controller since PS4 is nearing its end of life. It's like
that's not how that works, guys.
The game literally is being played. Like you can literally play the game on PS4. You could not say that.
It's not even that.
I'm able to play this game on a fucking Xbox 360 controller.
It's the fact that their game shouldn't have specific derailers not allowing it to connect to that. And you shouldn't be able to tell me I need to spend more money on the official Sony adapter that for some reason you're shilling at me despite running a sub game on PC.
Yeah, we want our
Or
dog
telling me
games back.
to use a different controller. No, it's not up to you the kind of fucking shit I do with my damn life. Fuck you for insinuating I need to change. I'm hyper pissed about this.
Yeah, it was a very bad look.
Like, I can understand hey, this controller, for whatever reason, is giving us problems on the PC side. Okay, if that was the case, say that.
No, that shouldn't be happening. It's because they have custom connections that they're trying to force through despite having X input and direct input right the fuck there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to also
And
say this.
Their statement wasn't that
Invite
like
Rue, invite Rue, invite Rue, invite Rue.
their statement wasn't that that like, oh, you need to buy a PS5 controller for your PC. They're directly associating people that use PS4 controllers with PS4 players, and that they need to buy a PS5.
They actually said the dongle.
Which is just not exactly factual. There probably are PS4 players that need to buy a PS5 when the support goes away, but there's also Betrayer and Ellery and a ton of other people that are using old controllers, and for the support to disappear is just ridiculous.
Well, I was just going to say, like, even with the direct, the X input thing, like, I still have games that, even recent-ish, unfortunately, that do not want to work properly with PlayStation controllers for some fucking reason, unless I have Steam's interface with it.
A polite reminder that X input is much more accessible than direct input, and most people don't code for direct input.
I recently replaced my Xbox One controller with a new Series X controller. I have infinitely more issues with this controller than I did the old one, and I regret buying it. $50 for this thing. Actually, $100 because I bought Randy one too, and they're far worse.
Nom nom.
No, I'll eat more cobbler after this.
Cobbler. What kind of cobbler? Real
Razzin.
cobbler or in-game cobbler?
Real game, or real life.
Gobbler.
Yep, you heard me, real game.
My abacus is updating. 1 moment.
Dutch or Welsh?
Man, my abacus updated so hard it deleted itself.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, give me a second.
That was a fairy tale.
This is the third Savage fight of the current expansion.
German cobbler, I guess.
I need
We're fighting a guy who fused with the
the
bomb.
prelude to give the I know it's just the sound effects, but when
Also, it's a wrestling
when
match.
the one
He is the
when she's using
light
her inner
heavyweight
abacus
champion.
in,
We are stealing the
cutscenes
championship
for the
title from him.
travel agency quests. I need that, but as I'm turning on my abacus,
It's very good, yes.
You could probably isolate the sound.
Were you saying
Make a soundboard for it.
the coin jingling noise that they have?
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that... You
it's
know,
very good.
one of these... There's got to be a way to extract sound files out of this game.
Well, you normally don't have to.
Yeah.
There's a mobile and desktop side thing for you to download a whole bunch of wallpapers and sound effects. It's why the Fate sound is my alarm for waking up.
Because he wanted it to be... He wanted it to make him stronger. We also have someone who fused with
Also,
a Corel,
speaking of
Corel, someone who fused with a
Society
bee,
quest,
and
if
someone
you
who,
have not,
and after this is someone who fused with an Ixion.
Reached rank 3 yet? Do not purchase anything. You can get the mount at rank 3. I, of course, bought the music immediately, and then I get to rank 3, and it says, "Hi, you can purchase the mount now." And I was like, "Oh, I spent 8 things on the music, huh?"
Look, I'm going to be honest.
I
I don't.
the minion as well, and I was like, no.
I don't look at the stuff until it's, oh, hey, a max rank, awesome. Let's finally go spend this stuff.
That would require my
Unless
help.
it's the crafting one. Tank stance, by the way.
Finish the MSQ.
Thank you.
I just started it today.
What?
This isn't
MSQ.
MSQ. This is the Society quest.
The B one
Leveling up
also
ults you don't wanna play.
pretends at
Or
being
leveling up your retainer.
Isn't that playing them?
pretends at being an idol.
No.
That's what I'm
I
trying to
don't
say.
want to play.
Do you think I'm gonna play monk or samurai to level them up? Absolutely not.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenge is still standing.
I'm gonna say that second pill was real
Outspread.
good. Do drugs, kids. Only ones prescribed to you by your doctor.
Back, Charlie, spread.
Do drugs responsibly. Got it.
I was gonna say exactly how you were told to, but I'm not doing that. It's not my fault. She was being very wishy-washy about what I can do, not what I have to do.
Pinball!
Fine, it's only my brain.
Yeah, I mean, what do you need that for, right?
Nothing, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Whoa.
We all have one brain cell anyways, so...
Yeah, between all of us, we share it.
Oh god, that's the wrong button!
I got Rhoda.
Sludge?
I need to
Did
lose that for you.
Sludge?
I've been doing too much EX. My trigger finger is primed and loaded.
She lost that brain cell, guys.
I did.
First rule of brain cell, you don't talk about brain cell.
Out of the way, tin can!
Hey, I've got all my stuff lined up
My
fine.
word, he just assaulted the referee! The scoundrel! No more distractions!
In, buddies. Knockback, buddies.
That hurt more than usual. I think I forgot a mitt or something.
I should have ate food.
It's fine.
Eat it as an OGCD.
It takes a whole GCD to eat.
Yeah,
you know
you
this.
can't get it to fuck. I spam the shit out of that, and it never fucking works.
I wish it didn't take that long.
By my rules!
Check your boy.
Ho ho! Chain deathmatch!
Yeah, I'll take the
There's no
triple weave.
escaping those adamant links.
2 will be safe.
Woohoo! I almost got
I never saw
it.
my chain.
The challenger went down hard.
My chain graphic never appeared.
Spread
In.
in.
I know sometimes, depending on how I am aligned with the chain person, it doesn't look like it appears until I move my camera.
Yeah, he can obscure it really easily.
Look, Naren, he is just, not in this game. This game has put a lot of I've lost the track of words, and I'm 5 seconds late on this now.
Support short, CPS long.
Let's go back to paying attention to the fight. I want to get through this if we can in one.
Back, or knockback, buddies.
God damn it. Okay. Wee!
They're back on their feet. What grit?
Yeah?
Wipe. Because it's fuse field, and I'm not going to get both of them up in time. Hey! Caliber, welcome! I hope Guild Wars 2 treated you well. Welcome to us wiping. We haven't gotten to the prog yet. Right now we're on what should be our reclear. That was actually basically our de-rust pull of the night. So, hopefully things go better from here. Oh, nice! I admit, I've never, I stopped playing Guild Wars 2, but right before, or basically the expansion that they
Still
added
not
the
used to
first
not having to
raid.
prep.
And,
Because Rue doesn't have
yeah.
glasses on. Everybody else has their proper eye protection.
yeah.
Yeah?
I'm still fucking hungry, but I'm not cracking into that Chex Mix till we're done.
Thank you.
Chex Mix is for
But yeah,
winners.
Caliper, thank you very much. Also, everyone from there, hi, my name is Limnality Carb. I'm a Carbuncle VTuber, and as you can see, we're doing Final Fantasy 14 raids today. And Caliber, if you need to head out and do any post-raid stuff, please feel free. And thank you again for the raid. Yes, go get that food. Food is good.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenge is still standing.
Spread out.
That timing might be bad, but I think we'll make it work.
Back, beta, buddies.
Yeah.
Yay. This is the kill.
We have our good luck charm.
Yeah.
It's Frosty.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ain't that charming.
a little too much.
You just make a leprechaun joke?
What? He's obviously a safety garden gnome.
He's an OSHA compliant gnome. OSHA
I thought
compliant
we were
gnome.
just chasing after his Lucky Charms.
Oh no, they're after me, Lucky Tine.
Never.
Losers.
You can keep it.
Sometimes. Actually, yeah,
How dare
that too. Disgusting wet fries.
Right?
Ow.
My thing is, I don't like loaded fries in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
kind of
bad opinion.
Oh man. Take
love-
that gravy off my food, said no sane human being ever.
Okay, then I'm
Yeah,
not saying
gravy,
I literally
yeah,
can't stand
gravy bad.
My guy,
Just
I
a
had the
pile of
stomach flu
cheese.
after eating gravy for the first time as a child. I have gravy trauma. Thank you.
Like a massive pile of cheese and bacon and ranch.
buddies and knockback spread.
Eating
you
gravy
need
and
to do that.
correlating it with that level of gastric distress will fuck you up.
Get Ellery. Yeah, I would hope Gravy Trauma was not a nickname of yours, Naren. That would be a very unfortunate
Gravy is
nickname.
just condensed meat sweat.
Yeah, it's great.
No.
You're actually reselling me on this.
Like, I admit, as a kid, I could not deal with gravy. But also, it could be whatever my parents made as gravy was not good. Now, when I've tried making it my own, it's, no, actually, I can deal with this.
Sounds nice.
What I'm hearing is people need to learn how to cook.
Watch your boy!
Ho ho! Chain deathmatch! There's no escaping those adamant links.
Four?
4.
I hope.
Be a little more confident in yourself.
Spread in.
I wasn't confident in myself because my brain was second-guessing itself. And when it does that, I tend to get us killed.
That is what it's like to not be confident, yep.
I mean, like, gravy on like, in that style didn't bother me, but it was like the Thanksgiving gravy that would bother me, like on potatoes and stuff.
Long, DPS short.
Back. Alpha. Spread.
Oh god.
Alright, fuse field.
This is going to be a blast! The Inferno
DPS short,
fuse field.
support
How will
long.
the challenger respond?
Do you mean the other way around?
No.
No.
DPS short, support long.
Fucking heard the other way around, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
We got DPS, you gotta go a little bit faster. Third pop should have happened. Oh, Nethos, you gotta pop.
I did.
You didn't. You never
Are you
popped
kidding
it.
me? I saw it blow up on my. Oh my god.
It's because it never blew up
that's
on your
okay.
side,
It
and
was
then
gonna be
Rhoda
messed up
eventually
anyways
went.
because Cayman popped the long one.
It's technically recoverable because his was the first, but yeah, it was going to be very difficult. You know what? Time for a new title. Different title. Alright, Paralam's Loey's friend now.
I'll blow you to smithereens.
I will be glad when we are done with this guy.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenger's still standing.
Spread out.
Oh, damn it. Die.
I was about to ask, should I swap with you, but I wasn't.
Back, beta, spread.
Brain wasn't processing in time.
No, it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have worked either way.
Look, some people just have gravelly voices. This is what happens to a 17-year-old when you fuse with a bomb. Remember, no one that we're going to be fighting in this this expansion's raid tier until maybe the very end. None of the people who are part of the Arcadian normally are over 20. In fact, they're all under 20 because they get to retire up to the farm at 20.
Eh? Eh?
I was missing a buddy.
And they're done.
All right.
Already?
Too small for
Yeah,
pinball.
a farm up north. You know, like where the family dog went 20 years ago.
Lim, they went to the country.
What's happening?
Look, for me, it was always a farm up north. Was the trope.
I'm making transistor references.
Oh.
I'll blow you.
Look,
to
I've also heard
smithereens.
they're going to the country. Actually, that's exactly why Transistor did the same thing.
There you go.
There you go.
But still.
It's an allegory.
No, that's a reference, I think. Allegory implies more of like a
But the challenger's still
story
standing.
reference.
Outspread.
Going to the country was an allegory for dying.
In that game.
Back, Delta, buddies.
Die.
That wasn't terrifying.
There we go. One GCD too late, but honestly, despite what we're saying, if you haven't played it, Transistor is actually... I enjoyed the game. I like the setting. It's done by the same people who did Hades and Bastion. It's a super giant game.
Can't wait for the second one now that they do sequels.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Very bad people.
Why?
Someone wasn't in the last tower, it looks like.
It's the stinky boy.
Yeah, sequel to Transistor is Stan's brother.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
You sound so sad about it.
My word, he just assaulted the referee! The scoundrel!
I'm not. It's pretty good.
Yeah, ride that, Laurel.
Would it not be trans niece or trans nephew?
Buddy's in. Ooh, that's good though. Knockback spread. See where you're going with that one too. Especially for sequel joke. Yeah, no, 10 points.
Oh, the challenger went down hard.
Not me, no.
There go all my resources.
They're back on
I
their
got
feet.
over a minute.
What grit?
Not sure what
Yes.
happened there, because you didn't miss
Your
any of...
damage.
I was following up with, because you didn't miss any of the heals. Frost and Ellery did, but...
Didn't matter. It can just kill you.
It shouldn't.
You're right.
Forget to equip all your gear.
Now we're playing by my rules.
Food?
I may not have been topped off, but
Check your boy.
Oh, chain deathmatch. There's
that
no
just means I
escaping those
low rolled all the
enemies.
heals that I got.
Will be one.
Thank you.
And spread.
There's what? Is it a 20 or 10% swing on every action?
Honestly,
Yeah.
3's actually not too bad. Unless you're a
I
healer.
don't pay attention to stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's hell on a healer,
That's
If I
the
die,
hero
but the
I'm
rest of
worried
it
about.
honestly isn't too bad.
You'd have to be
As far
some
as
kind
savage
of nerd.
fights go. Though I will say, if you
Okay,
can do
leave numbers.
if you can do 4 savage, you can do uwu. 4 savage is harder than uwu,
Support long,
honestly.
DPS short.
And it's almost as long as uwu is. I am all kinds of turned around.
Oh no.
Knockback
Up.
buddies.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, this is a
There you go.
ultimate weapon.
The only
ultimate.
explanation I have for when I die to things like that, and the only thing I can think of is I got unlucky, all the heals that hit me low rolled, and the damage high rolled.
Or you were a little too close for dive and took more damage from dive. That's the only other thing I've got.
Yeah. The dive isn't what killed me.
No, but if you're too close, it puts you lower than what we are expecting, and it's hard for us to react in that 1.5 seconds
I
between.
understand. And as we know,
Yeah, also
They
as
may as
Tall
well
said,
just be circles
normals are
instead of dives
perfectly
now.
fine.
I feel like I was in the same place, but I was probably a pixel too close.
I'll blow you to smithereens. The brute bomber has muscled his way into the ring.
Video games.
Video games.
Video games.
Games.
Yeah.
Yep, my voice is dying.
Good job.
Even I felt that one. Oh,
Hey, I
but the
did a
challenge is still
100k
standing.
Primal Ruination. That's a big hit.
Spread out.
Red.
Try to go now.
It's literally a bigger hit than I can ever
Back
possibly
alpha
have.
spread.
Yeah, because you're doing like 1,000 of those at once.
Yeah, normals, honestly, again, this is coming from someone who is a Savage and Ultimate Raider, so your mileage may vary. I don't think they are too bad. They are definitely harder than some of the other normals we've had, but not in a bad way. Like, honestly, they're fun fights, in my opinion. Like, this entire tier has just been fun, because I like the idea of the, hey, we're just going to go wrestle now. That also, as Giglier said,
Me, throat's a bit parched.
and admittedly, normals start looping their mechanics a lot early. Well, they actually loop their mechanics, unlike Savages these days. But they loop their mechanics not too far into it, so you eventually... It's just like with Alliance raids,
My
admittedly.
word, he just assaulted the referee. The scoundrel.
Now, actually, I need to do the new Alliance raid again to get my weekly reward and see how it is without
Buddies
GCC, because that, I think, is going to be an experience.
Buddies, knockback.
Yeah, like, I'd say always do the normal raids at the very least. Because that's how you get the story anyway. Except for coils. Coils, just do those unsynced. Don't do those synced. Save yourself the hassle. Coils are Savage tier, even if they aren't called it. Yeah, it's if you're learning, it's perfectly fine to make mistakes as you're going through, as you're learning the fight. Just as long as you don't pretend that you know what you're doing.
Escaping those adamant links.
Like, if you admit that you're learning, then that's fine. 2.
Out, buddies.
Lost my dot for a second, but I think I made the correct call there. For the longest time, you were afraid of running things random as a healer. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Support long, DPS short.
I admit, a lot of the fears of running things with groups, I'm so late on that, to me, stems from how things were back in the WoW days. Because in the WoW days, you could...
Knockback, buddies.
They're back on their feet.
Sorry,
just gonna skip
in
this
the
before
WoW
it
days,
worked out.
you could
Yeah,
get...
Cayman's my buddy, so I'm fine. I can take
Works.
it by myself.
I,
should
I'm
admit
sorry.
it,
I can't
but I live.
say it, but I think
Use
Tall,
shield.
you might have what I'm trying to say. My brain is a
Yes,
little
sure.
overloaded.
Fort
How will
long.
the challenger respond?
Come on. There we go, and that mechanic is done, as he Sentai poses. Have you done Valley Garmonda or the other EX that came out at the start of the expansion yet? Because I would... Oh, Jesus. I would do those ones first. And yeah, no, there's no deep water in the 3 EXs that are out right now. I am so desynced, I apologize.
Get ready for an explosion of pain!
Spread at the end.
Oh, kaboom! The bombarding special!
Out.
Oh
In.
my! The Challenger went down hard.
Spread, you said?
Yep.
Yes.
Which is a good thing.
Yep.
They're still in it, but for how long?
And I meant to delay those ads.
It's
Everybody,
Creeples.
Cremulous,
the creeples.
Crombo, Creeple, that's
Remember the
Eh?
creeple you're tied to?
Oh my god, I'm chained to his butt.
Charlie? Or no, Delta, not Charlie. Delta.
Yeehaw.
And then 4.
Bullshit.
And they're done!
I got Ellery. Never mind, I got Nethos.
Back.
Delta.
Spread. Delta.
Spread. Hello.
Good recovery.
I hope I overextended and panicked with that one. Okay. We'll make it work.
Nope.
We'll make the next part make work.
Well. That was the wrong time for me to provoke.
Do you have your home gang?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you'll just take the next one.
Yep.
You know to chase.
Alright, we'll go to your normal spot.
Okay.
Clocks.
Move.
Goodbye, Nethos.
In. Spread.
Okay, you're there. I'll stay.
Yeah, that was the plan, remember?
Start healing Frost.
Mitt.
I don't have any to give this
I am blocked for 5 GCDs. After everyone raises.
Nethos got to live through that. God damn. Someone's got to rescue Nethos.
Oh, he's decent. Oh,
Infinity, yep.
We tried.
Hey, Chief, you here?
Why the fuck did I go that direction? Okay.
Chief,
No.
you want to get a re-clear?
I was wondering why he hadn't said anything in a like why he wasn't talking about his
That is
DC.
a really bad time to do
Hop on over to
maintenance
Crystal.
on your cable.
6 p.m. Yeah.
We'll give him a little bit, but I've asked Chief to hop on over.
There he goes.
There he goes. Thank you, Giglier. You are, as a reminder, you said you're subbing for me on Tuesday, correct?
Man, I'm glad I already said fuck today.
Power went out!
Oh! That's more dramatic.
No, it's because they fucked up when they were doing the fucking lines.
This just reminds me of a story of, yeah, some people doing utility, or not doing utility work, taking out a tree. They start chopping out what they think is a root. They're told by everyone around, that's not a root, that's the cable line. No, I assure you, it's a root. Keep cutting it. Find out it's the cable line. That they just cut the underground cable line. DPS, non-machinist, but any role will really work. You're the melee/fake melee. Alright, I guess let's back on out.
I almost just fucking logged out. I'm like, yeah, alright, see you guys.
Wait, was that Chief?
Hello.
That was Chief, okay.
Hello.
So, you said I'm fake melee, so I'm gonna be stacking with the tanks and stuff for pairs?
No, you're only fake. You're the south.
I'm fake hilarious, then, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Southwest stacking with healer.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Cool.
You're just always stacking with healer. We don't do the alternating thing that other groups do.
I gotcha. Am I paired with H1 or H2?
You're paired with Frost, H1.
Okay. That's easy. That's basically what I do anyways, is R1. Normally. Okay. You said anything that isn't machinist.
Yeah, just because we already have... Cayman is machinist, and...
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You are... You're also M2 for Fuse Field, though.
Okay. So... You guys do MMRR, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah,
No.
melee, range.
Nope.
No, he is ranged.
You've
No.
got that all mixed up, dude.
Do I?
Nethos is yeah, Brutus
I'm
not.
sorry, he said
just look
the...
at chat. He's third.
Yep, my mistake.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
third.
so...
Sorry,
Okay.
I saw the fuses on head, DPS short, you go to 2, and I got the mechanics mixed up.
Okay, so I'm third, okay.
Make text callouts for a reason.
The good cards.
Yeah, Giglier, if you have time, after we're done with Raid, remind me before I fully sign off and we can get that done.
Is that bucket of carrots new?
What, bucket of carrots?
Huh?
Next to the chocobo stable?
That's a part of the chocobos. Or no, no, it's not. But it's just kind of been there, tucked in the corner.
It would be nice if you could just give that bucket, like, here's chocobo feed to feed to all of the chocobos when it is time to feed them.
So essentially my clock is here.
Yes.
Okay.
And when it is, sorry, the mechanic Nethos was saying the DPS short thing. You are the range 2 goes north.
Okay.
For the
So I go north. Okay.
I forget what that mechanic's called.
Final
Yeah.
Use down.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Use
thank
down.
you. The biggest lie in this game or in this fight.
Okay.
Rue's retweeting in the chat, so I assume that means ready.
Or was he saying right there?
Oh, food check!
It can't be retweeting.
I'll blow you to smithereens.
Sound like you had a follow-up to that.
No.
The brute bomber has muscled his way into the ring.
Sorry, re-exifizing.
Fair enough.
Thank
Well,
What's happening?
since you're already on
That's
Solera,
Not
we
what
can
it's
get it
called,
to work.
Thank God, but
You're already on Crystal. That
give
makes
it
it
a couple
easier.
more months and it'll be called. Oh, that was a even bigger,
Still standing.
primal ruination.
Yeah, Valiant
Brad.
figure.
Back. Charlie. Spread.
Die.
Drop my dot. Time for drink number 1.
Don't mind me. Throat's a bit parched.
I would really like to be able to yawn to completion.
So would have a lot of other people.
Out of the way, tin can.
That's the antidepressants, probably.
It is!
The scoundrel. No more
Oh, I was making a naughty joke.
Yeah, so
Buddies
was
and
I was going off of you.
oh, okay, good.
They're the same thing! You're actually correct!
Knockback buddies.
I think... I think
So
the
yawning
mechanisms
is
are connected.
orgasm?
I think so? Goodbye, Liv.
I got Frost.
Good news. I hit up veil instead of
Aw.
it was not enough to keep me alive.
Uh-oh.
Got a no, I got a shake. I got a shake there.
Uh-oh.
I'm good.
Since I wasn't locked in LB, I can do that one.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
You're not good.
Uh-oh.
well, I was.
It's gonna be okay. You got it.
Something happened to my body.
What happened
good
is you
news,
took
I have
that
a boy.
solo.
Ah, okay, that would explain it.
You said you were good, so
Chain deathmatch. There's no escaping those animate links.
I don't know where we're going.
2,
Oh, I'm gonna die again. Yeah,
I think.
this was cursed for me.
What's happening?
Out. Spread.
He doesn't want us to be done with this fight.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah!
Support's long, DPS short.
Fuck, I forget.
Limb.
Yep.
All the time.
Knockback. Spread.
For some reason, if there's a mechanic I forget, it's that fucking fuse one.
Second wind.
Fuse field.
This is going to be a blast! The infernal
DPS
blue
long,
field.
support
How will the town
short.
respond?
Support, you got the first one.
Watch him pose.
No, I'm gonna cut him instead.
Cut his pose.
Seen in that.
True.
Queen's got you.
If only.
It's the kind of utility I would love in this game, but it'll never happen.
Oh yeah. Pot window.
Is it really shit?
I'm only like
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm only like 20 seconds behind.
I'll get it the next one.
That oh yeah was not for the first phase. That was oh right. Fuck.
Spread at the end.
Oh, kaboom! The Bombardier's special.
Y'all want to step out a little bit?
No.
All the way in. No hugging.
Fred.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
God. Queen was there and I panicked.
Some
But also, I didn't
sounds
move
are
because
missing.
I'm
You
so
lived.
behind in my rotation that I was still in a release there.
If I fuck that up, it's on me. Like, you stay.
Oh no, but I also it was a double confusion.
Creeples. Look at your creeple.
I need to figure out why some sound effects are missing. Alpha is mine. One will be safe.
Sure game.
The challenge
Back,
down hard.
Alpha, buddies.
That counted, I guess.
But for how long?
I have
It
no
did,
mint.
technically.
I don't know how.
Okay. Okay, I think I can exit recovery mode.
I forgot to do that thing I said I was gonna do this time. God fucking damn it.
Was it pot?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was
Oops.
one
This is
hit
definitely the
early.
clear because I have died like 6 times.
Use this button.
Chase spit. Clocks. Clocks. Buddies.
In.
In.
Amazing! The challenger saw straight through
Damn
it.
it.
got a little bit of tactician left.
I meant no mint, as in I cannot provide.
I was
Your tactician
commenting
lasted
mine.
almost all of that.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I watched. I seen it.
Oh yeah, this.
Pinball 2.
I had a phone.
Now remember to use your pot. In
Oh,
30
god damn it.
Eh? Did you hit that? Oh dear.
Over to 4.
Sorry.
Okay.
That one's on me. Being super off on my rotation. I will take the full fault for this one. This is
Leave a mark.
just
I need a
to be
moment. I need
clear.
to know why they're
jeez for
going.
this whole pull in general.
Just didn't want that one to be the clear, guys.
All right, we might not be doing 4 today. We'll see.
I'll be right back.
Yep, go for it. I'm sorry, I'm now just imagining parses as different types of grain. You've got the wheat parse, the rye parse, the rice parse. Yes, everything is kind of cursed right now. But you know, hopefully we get through it. Hopefully we get through it all in the end.
All right, I'm here.
Welcome back. Alright, let's get this.
The brute bomber has
I just want him
muffled
to
its way
fall
into the
over.
ring.
How the?
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenger's still standing.
Buddies, out. Buddies,
Oh,
back.
I am
Alpha.
so far behind. Looks like we didn't need it this time, though.
Don't mind me. Throat's a bit parched.
in and spread, right?
Should be.
Definitely in for sure.
Oh yeah.
My word, he just assaulted the referee!
You said, oh yeah, I fired off my shit and your buff didn't come out until after my shit fired.
Sorry.
Spread. In.
Fuck your oh yeah.
Knockback.
Knockback, spread.
True. I think it just, if any time at any point in this fight I just said Rue in that voice, I think he would just immediately come to Tank Buster stack spot.
This is why he's saying Pavlov.
There's no escaping
Yeah.
those adamant links.
Hope you saw your boy.
God.
4 will be safe.
I hit Inner Chaos for 66,666.
Nice, in, buddies.
Buddies. I see you sitting there with Queen, and I was like, oh yeah, we're all good.
Listen, this is a polycule. Minimum of 3.
I'm number 3?
Well, yeah, Queen's.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
You should know that I have a short fuse.
Support short. TPS long.
I'm on the wrong fucking side.
Go, go, go.
Well, I couldn't have been more wrong. I hit
Spread.
every
Go to Delta.
Spread, Delta.
They're still in
No
it.
Fuse
mixes
field?
here.
How long?
Hopefully there's not much healing in this mechanic.
Blast! The infernal fuse
Support
field.
short.
How's
Long.
the
TPS
challenger
long.
respond?
Wow, we did that one fast. We're
That
gonna
was
have like
really
10
fast.
seconds left.
We're getting. It's
Efficiency.
last night. We're finally getting used to the okay. Here's the tells. We don't need the timer anymore.
Face doesn't need time.
Rue.
I'm gonna not stand in that. Queen camera.
Oh yeah, incoming.
With a
With
Pod,
potion.
no. Don't forget to pod.
I need something fiery. The brute bomber is embiggening himself. Get ready for an explosion of
Spread at the
pain.
end. I hate the word embiggening, by the way.
There's no reason for me to stand.
Get in.
There is. It's for being in for heals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
I don't remember what this was.
Spread.
Spread.
Okay.
That's what it's all about.
Dun dun. The breather.
Creeple.
Oh yeah, Creeple.
The breather.
Me.
Charlie. It will be 4.
Oh my! The challenger went down hard.
Knockback, buddies.
Drew is going right back into that wall.
What crit?
Oh, Lim.
Oh,
Yeah.
I took one solo.
Because you got a crit shield from me.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Good living.
I knew I had a
Technical
crit
live.
something.
Oh, yeah.
oh, I'm resing the wrong person. That's good.
I'm good. I should be. Whew. Okay, we did it. We did it, Frost. Good job.
I hated how much I had to heal there. This is the worst. Team here glare.
Chase the spit.
That's a nice one.
Die!
The one that ends with you standing still.
No, I'm not standing still during this.
Clocks. Still clock.
Outspread.
Outspread.
Yep.
Amazing! The challenger saw straight through it!
Thank you for standing your ground every time, Betrayer. That's what reminds me.
I know how we
Drew,
both
whenever
work,
you wanna
and I
vote.
have to stop myself from moving at you. Over to 2.
Stay.
Beautifully dodged!
Oh,
Tank
yeah.
thing. God, him only going to half is so weird.
It's super busted.
Didn't need to be that good.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Going down to a 3rd would have been fine, I think.
It's basically hollowed ground at this point.
Lose!
Yeah.
I won't!
Hey, good job.
That's also, I think, the fastest we've killed him. Okay, everything except for the solvent is up for grabs. I think. Okay, Betrayer left. That confirmed it, because that was the only thing. I'm getting the solvent because I'm the only one who doesn't have a weapon upgrade. Again, everything else is up for grabs, so need it if you want it.
Everything's up for grabs? Okay.
Except for the solvent.
Okay, I'll leave the solvent. That's fine.
Oh,
Just gotta get Nethos 24 man clear and then we're good.
Yep, which he got with us last week anyway, so.
Yeah, but we should go with him to get an extra coin because we're
Oh, yeah.
friends and
Yeah, well, I'm planning on doing that Wednesday.
your face is planning on doing that Wednesday.
Rue.
Hi, Gaming.
Alright. Here's a question. We only have
30
half.
minutes.
Yeah, we only have half an hour. Do we want to do 30 minutes of 4?
I don't care either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope you have power, Nethos.
Larg.
So I've heard, I think a no, a I don't care, and a sound that is basically a I don't care.
A pessimistic, I don't care.
Hey, you guys,
So then, yeah, we'll call it here, and we'll just do 12 with Ellery having cleared the fight tomorrow, and then giving us all the good luck so that we clear it tomorrow as well.
we'll
Yeah, that's
see.
fine.
We'll see about that. Hey, they announced Final Fantasy XIV Mobile half an hour ago.
I'm afraid.
Told you guys it was coming.
What's
No one
happening?
believed me.
Mobile?
No one believed me.
Final Fantasy XIV, set in Mobile, Alabama. It will feature.
You guys
I
not
don't-
have
I don't-
phones?
Yeah, Alabama stuff. Hold on. There we go.
I mean, that's fair. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, we're not going anymore for today, so we'll call it here. Thank you all, though, for showing up, and we will
Ah.
hopefully... What's the ah?
Oh no, I was just deciphering. I'm catching up. Hi!
Hi. Yeah, no, we have less than half an hour, and it was basically a no or unenthusiastic or pessimistic for continuing, so we're calling it here.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you all very much. See you all on Thursday, and as a reminder, I'll say this again on Thursday, and I'll try to put it in chat. Someone else will need to get the taxi directly into 4 on Tuesday, because I'm out. Giggly is subbing for me.
I will try to get that.
Yep,
Thank you.
no problem, Caliber. Also, I'm welcome back. I hope
If I manage it
the
before, I'll just put
formerly
something in
living
chat.
thing that you consumed was tasty. But yeah. So you know what? Hold on. Ignore the fact that they're all still going to be there. This is not a song for this. I need a... There we go. Pancella will work. Yeah. So, we'll be... we didn't get round 13 or 12 or whatever round we're on for 4 done today, but we're done with the bomber. We're not doing the bomber anymore. We're skipping straight to 4 going forward. We will be back here on Thursday, and as a note as well, on Friday, I'm going to be streaming something I'm not positive what, but currently I'm thinking of trying to do Street Fighter 6, starting at least with the World Tour, just to see whether or not that game is still cursed for me, because every other time I've tried streaming it or recording it, bad things have happened, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all have a good night. And as always, on the Twitch side of things, who is on that we could toss a raid over to? Not a problem, Tal. Hope you have a good night as well. Let's see. We might raid Kiki. Ah! Thanks for the second concussion. I forgot to thank Nethos for his earlier concussion. Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid Kiki. They are also a Final Fantasy XIV streamer, and they are currently doing... It looks like they might be doing 7.1 MSQ or patch stuff. But yeah, let's go say hi to them. Again, thank you all very much for watching as always, and take care.